Begin standing on your yoga mat. Bring your feet together, lift your toes, look down. Spread your toes as much as you can, and then press the feet into the ground. Roll your shoulders back. Close your eyes. And as you inhale, visualize the air entering your body through the bottoms of your feet. Follow the inhale all the way up your body, feeling yourself get taller. And then as you exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Let your arms be really heavy. Just take a couple deep breaths here. Finding your center and taking a moment to set an intention for your practice. And then when you're ready, quietly open up the eyes. Take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance and bring your hands to your very low back. On your next inhale, put a little micro bend in the knees. Press the hips forward, begin to lean back. Let your head go back if that's okay for your neck. Try to get as long as you can, even though your back is bending. And as you inhale, rise up, hinge at the waist, micro bend in the knees as you take ragdoll pose. So you're gonna grab opposite elbows, let your head hang heavy. Breathe into the backs of your legs. You can even let yourself sway side to side or rock forward and backward. Whatever feels best for you, do that. On your next inhale, let your hands come down. Heel toe your feet together, then halfway lift. Now if you're really tight here, you can use a yoga block. Take it to whatever side you need to. Rest your fingertips and get as long as you can. Look ahead. If you don't need the block, just set it aside. As you exhale, forward fold. Little micro bend in the knees if you need to. As you inhale, lengthen the spine, look ahead. And as you exhale, melt forward. As you inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant the hands into the ground, spread your fingers as much as you can, and step or hop to plank pose. Press out of the bottoms of the feet. Lift the kneecaps so your legs are long. And on your next inhale, come forward. Keep your elbows in and lower all the way down to the ground. As you inhale, peel the chest up off the mat, lengthening the spine as much as you can. As you exhale, melt forward. Curl your toes, lift the knees, activate the core, and press up into push-up pose. Take downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift your right leg as high as you can. Step the right foot to the front of the mat. Use your core strength to get there, and then bring your left knee down to the ground. As you rise up, lift your arms. As you exhale, send your hips forward. Activate the fingers. Breathe into the left hip flexor. And relax your shoulders away from your ears. As you inhale, bring the fingertips down to the ground. Extend the front leg. Spread the toes, lift the foot up, and then crawl forward. Coming into high lunge, lift the arms. Bring the hands to the heart. From here, take your hands to your hips. Reach your hand back behind you until you can feel that your pelvis is tilting backwards, so you're getting a tuck in the tailbone. This is going to cause your back knee to bend, which we want, and then sink a little lower, breathing into the psoas. As you inhale, lift your arms, straighten your back leg. As you exhale, go through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Spread your fingers and press the mat away as much as you can. Let your head hang heavy. Invite your heels to come down to the ground, but don't worry if they don't get there. And on your next inhale, lift your left leg as high as you can. Spread your left toes. And then use your core strength to step to the front of the mat. Bring your right knee down to the ground. Lift the arms. And as you exhale, bring the hips forward. Lengthen out of the spine. Activate the fingers and then relax your shoulders away from your ears. As you inhale, bring your fingers down. Extend the front leg. Spread the left toes. As you inhale, crawl forward. Lift the back knee, rise up for high lunge. Left knee directly over the left ankle or slightly behind. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your hands to your hips. And bring your right hand back behind you. Tuck the tailbone, so you're going to bend that back knee. And then hold here, breathing into the psoas. As you inhale, rise up. As you exhale, go through your vinyasa. We'll meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, rise onto the toes, bend the knees, hop, or step to the front of the mat. As you inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, melt forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to your low back. Step the feet hip distance. Send the hips forward, lean back. Let your head go if that's okay for your neck. And as you inhale, come to rise up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands to your heart. As you inhale, widen the stance. Point the toes out a little bit. Reach the arms out in front and then plug the arms into the torso. Activate the core, so bring the navel back in towards the spine and then up towards the heart. And as you inhale, rise up onto your toes. Make your arms really strong so if someone came by and tried to press them, they wouldn't go anywhere. Slowly make your way into Malasana, so it's like a squatting position. Go slower than you want to go. Stay as upright as you can. When you get there, bring your hands to your heart. You have the option to stay on your toes or invite the heels to come down to the ground. That's going to be a deeper stretch. Just be really mindful of wherever you are and always move within a pain-free range. For this pose, we really want to open up the knees. So press into your legs. Use your elbows to open up a little bit more. And then get as tall as you can, finding length in the spine. On the next inhale, take your hands shoulder distance apart, down onto the ground. Lift your hips. Prop the knees on the arms as high up the arms as you can. Lean forward. Dig into the mat as if you're a rock climber. Lift one foot, maybe the other. Look out in front of you, not straight down. And then imagine that you're rounding your upper back, coming into crow pose. And when you're ready, belly, slowly come back into Malasana. Hands to the heart. Open up the knees by pressing the elbows into the legs. And when you're ready, come to sit down. Grab hold of your block if you have one. Reach the legs out in front. If you're really tight, you can sit on the edge of your yoga block. This helps get a little bit of length. Bring the feet up towards the sky, spread the toes. Then you're just going to reach down wherever you can. So maybe you're grabbing hold of the bottoms of the shins. Maybe you're over top of the toes. Doesn't really matter. What's important is that you feel the stretch in your hamstring. So remove the flesh underneath the sits bones. Reach down, grab hold wherever you like. You can take your peace fingers around the big toes. Spread the toes. And as you inhale, get as long as you can up through the spine. As you exhale, come forward, melting the belly over the thighs. We want to visualize this connection between the belly and the thighs, because if you are intent on getting the head down towards the knee, your upper back will round, and that brings the stretch into the upper back. So instead, we want to bring the belly and the thighs together, which keeps the stretch in the hamstrings. With each exhale, come down a little bit more, a little bit more. And as you inhale, rise up. Bring the hands back behind you about 8 inches. Spread your fingers. And bring your feet halfway back. Feet are hip distance. As you inhale, press into your hands, press into your feet. Lift the hips, let your head go if that's okay for your neck. Breathe into the shoulders. Breathe into the hip flexors. And then when you're ready, slowly make your way down to the mat. You're going to bring the bottoms of the feet to touch for cobbler's pose. Bring the thumbs into the arches of the feet, sit as tall as you can. As you exhale, open up the feet like a book. Press your elbows in towards your legs to open up even more. Try to keep your back long and come forward as far as you can, intending not to round the upper back. Reach through your knees to open up even more. Breathe space and length into any areas of tension. Then when you're ready, as you inhale, rise up, press the knees together, and come to lie down on your mat. Turn the palms up to the sky, spread the feet mat distance, close your eyes. Let go of your breath, let your breathing come naturally. And we'll just spend a couple minutes here in Shavasana, letting your body absorb all the good things you just did. On your next inhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And then roll over to your right side. You can cradle your head in your hands. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, press yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your heart, just taking a moment to acknowledge your practice. Acknowledge the intention you set for your practice. And then set another intention to carry you throughout the rest of your day. Thanks so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.